I was always interested in yoga, even as a child, and I thought one day I would start doing yoga. I was never very good at competitive sports, but I didn't have the killer instinct. I didn't have the huge desire to actually win. But I really enjoyed doing things with my body, and I thought one day I would start doing yoga. After having an out-of-body experience, I became very dissatisfied with my bohemian decadent lifestyle, and I moved out of Johannesburg onto a small holding, kind of a small farm near Lansere Airport, near the Crocodile River. And I started doing yoga and even some jogging and lots of walking. At that point, a friend of mine, Saron Goldman, gave me a whole pile of 4 or 5 books on yoga that was his dad's books that he thought that I could use very well. And I started reading these books and doing the exercises in my room. The out-of-body experience had shaken my core belief system to the bone. For the first time, I had to entertain the possibility that consciousness could somehow exist separate or beyond the body. Up until that point, I was a fierce atheist. I think partially because the apartheid system was upheld to a large extent through religion. I remember a funny incident at school where my religious instruction teacher, on asking him, "Well, sir, what will happen one day when we die?" He told me quite emphatically and with full conviction, "Julian, you know, there are 2 heavens. There's one heaven for white people and another heaven for black people." The degree of satisfaction and pleasure that I felt, and just simply coming back down into my body after starting yoga, was enough to keep me going. I used to go and sit next to the Crocodile River or up on hills and do breathing exercises, pranayama, and chanting using different sounds. After coming to Greece, I did yoga with a wonderful yoga teacher, Mr. Yannis Delakouridis, for I think 2 years or so. But then he retired, and I asked him if I can teach yoga, and he said most certainly, and then that's basically how I started. I started teaching yoga in order to be able to afford to buy my tubes of paint. And of course, in the beginning I had 1 student, and then slowly I got more and more students. Through yoga and meditation, that constant inner chatter and a sense of unease, a tightness in the solar plexus, slowly went away. In 2002, I went to Rishikesh, India, and spent a month doing yoga. One day I was sitting next to the Ganges river, going Om Vam Ram Yam, chanting away and meditating, and this young Brahmin cow came and sat next to me and leaned onto me. It was quite a magical moment. After a month in India, I was very happy to leave. It's very dirty and there are a lot of very poor people. But something very strange happened. As the aeroplane took off, I burst into tears as if I'd lost one of the most valuable things in my life. I love doing yoga exercises, asanas, breathing exercises, pranayama, and meditation. And I'm stronger and a lot more flexible than what I was even when I was 18. So I'll just quickly show you the crow pose. It's a good heart chakra opener. And here we have the lightning bolt pose. And this one is the sun wheel. The headstand. And here we have the cockerel or the scales. Through meditation or spiritual practice, I get a lot of inspiration, guidance for my life and my work.